Warning. Some viewers may find the following video offensive. Viewer discretion is advised. Warning. Some viewers may find the following video offensive. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello everybody, how's it going? How's it going? Oh, we've got 51 people tuning in to the chat. What's happening, dudes? What's happening? Hello to Animations Mackin, we've got Dazid, we've got Colm, we've got Chat Sport there, Epic Intro says Juno. How's it going, guys? Oh, yeah, love it or hate it, right? You gotta give it its dues. We have to put a warning now in front of our videos because of you might upset a few some of the snowflakes in the FPL community like to come and check out our videos from time to time, Steve-O, don't they? And not only that, but they're actually one of the few members of our audience that feel the need to comment. So yeah, about I don't know, 99% of the viewers probably don't ever comment on our videos, but it's always the snowflakes that always leave their mark. You know, they don't melt away like normal snowflakes. They always have to kind of just leave their mark and that stain. It's like a yellow snowflake that's melted and it's left a stain. Isn't that right, Steve-O?
It is indeed, and let's get real here. This channel is about two guys that take, well, literally as it says in the description of every video, this is a channel dedicated to two individuals that take a rivalry very, very seriously. And
you're so quiet, Steve-O. I don't know why. Let me turn you up.
There will be people that do not like the fact that we talk about fantasy football from a very passionate point of view and from a real point of view, rather than just the usual line, "Tell me what to do. Please tell me what to do."
Pathetic.
Just go and watch something else.
No sympathy here, mate.
If you want to make constructive criticism about this show, it's more than welcome. In fact, we take it on board and actually do something about it. But to say what Jason's about to read out, I just think it's it says a lot about the FPL community or just people in general, Jace. But what was that comment? If you want to just quickly read it out and just explain to the audience that there was a video put out earlier.
There was a video put out, yeah. So there was a video put out yesterday, which was a Saturday evening game, and it was just like, this is just typical. I'm going to give it all of the attention it deserves. Tried to give a random FPL channel a chance, but couldn't make it past 4 minutes. The salt was so strong and disgusting. Instant don't recommend this channel. Yeah, cheers, bye. You know, like, cheers for that. We don't need announcements of people that don't like our content. If you don't like it, then switch off. Simple as. You know, we really don't give a shit about keeping it, you know, happy. Like if Steve-O's pissed off, Steve-O's pissed off. We're not going to gloss it up. We're not gonna like, you know, gloss it, you know, kind of pretend to be happy when we're obviously not happy.
Well, I reiterate
we're
this
human
point,
beings
James.
at the end of the day. We have our own thoughts. We have our own feelings. And, you know, if Steve-O's pissed off because something's gone wrong in his FPL, he ain't going to be smiling going, hello, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. You know, it's not fucking, what's that? Oh, I can't remember that bloody Mr. Tickle. You know, it's not fucking kids TV. This is grown men talking about football like you would talk about football in a pub, you know, and not everyone's going to be happy about it. So there you go.
No, I make this point about I watched, or I tried to tune in to, or more specifically, I tuned into a very, very, very popular fantasy football content creator. And I was told, oh, Steve-O, you're going to absolutely love this channel. It's amazing. It's right up your street. All right, then I'll give it a go at some point. And I did. And after 5 minutes, when the two individuals were ranting like we would do, I was like, wow, this is legitimately brilliant. And then they said, no, we can't really talk like this anymore. We've got to get on with the podcast. And I'm just like, all right, okay. Just stopping themselves from actually having an eventful, entertaining / real conversation with one another. It was got to get down to business. Got to get to the structure of the show again. And you just, no, I'm turning off. Just go away.
We don't stick to a structure that much, do we? To be fair, we're probably one of the worst at sticking to a schedule, let alone a structure. So the fact that we've actually done all right this season, haven't we? We've done quite good at scheduling us, being around on the Thursdays, Fridays. It was mainly Fridays, and then being there for the Saturday evenings. We let people know, and the Sunday surgeries. So, you know, we've got better at that. It's obviously the structure might put people off. Maybe that's what it is.
I mean, I personally, it's very, very rare I listen back to us anymore. It's very rare. But when listening back to this specific opening 4 minutes, just to screen record off my phone, I'm not going to lie, I laughed my fucking head off at you saying what you were saying, and then I just instantly just used the C word and the F word and all this, and it was just like, oh fuck it, this is genuinely hilarious. And like I always say to Dan, I forget it's me half the time. I forget it's you half the time. It's crazy. But do you want to say hello to the people in the chat? Well, I know you already have, but some more people that have joined us.
Hello, Sugar. Hello, Andrew Ferguson. Hello, Max Roberts. We got Brian Morrison here. We got I've said animations. Hello, animations again. Cole Palmer. We've got Cape FPL. We've got Mackin. We've got Haggis. We've got Superman in the chat. Hello, Superman.
FPL.
Cape FPL. Yes.
Blimey.
Yes, a blast from the past. Still a member. Still a friend of the show. Ali Max here. We've got Peter Scully in here. Peter, how's it going, man? You're dropping down the leagues, mate. You're dropping down. We've got, who else we got? We've got Manchester Reds. Another name I haven't read out for a little while. Odin's there. We've got David Hamill, John Harris. John. All right, mate. All right, John. How's it going, mate? You had a good day today? Can't seem to get a captaincy pick right at the moment and down. Well, if you captain Son, you have every right to feel aggrieved. I mean, did you watch that game? What's like, how many offsides was there in that game? Like, I'm sure he scored like 2 goals, maybe 3 goals that were literally just offside. One of them was very, very close. Like, one of them took like, I don't know, 10 minutes to adjudicate. Like, oh, we need to, and there's no lines. I don't know what's going on there. Jace Palmer's the GOAT. All right, mate. No, he isn't. He is not the GOAT. Cole Palmer is a B-Tech Jordan Sancho. Hello, Jason and Steve-O, listening in while watching the new Doctor Who special. What? Well, they've got a Doctor Who special on. I haven't seen Doctor Who for years.
I wouldn't be bothered watching this, listening into this. How can you listen in and watch something? Who was that?
That was Connor. Connor,
mate.
Do you think...
Seriously, turn off and watch Doctor Who.
How long... No, don't. We need the viewers.
Oh,
subscribe. Tell your nan to subscribe to the show. Let's get us up to 6,000. So 8,000. Am I allowed to play the replay of that overhead kick, do you think, without us getting struck off YouTube? Can I?
we'll be banned forever.
Do you think I could like change the let me just see if I can play around with something. Hang on.
Well, while you're doing that, let me just explain what's going to be happening tonight as per normal. It's the Sunday surgery, so if you want to come live on air with myself and Jason and discuss your team issues, get involved in the Discord, jump in the waiting room, put your team in the team screenshots, and me and Jason will bring you on air, and we'll talk to you about why you haven't got Haaland in your team. Or sorry, Haaland in your team.
Oh, don't say it wrong.
We'll talk about that for an hour.
Do you think I'd be allowed to show this? Oh, I'm not going to be allowed to show it.
Jason, I'm going to do a Cy Powell from Chain Wrestling. Don't do it, because you legitimately get a proper strike, because with the Premier League, they're really bad with it. They banned me 3 times on Twitter alone. So
could I change the hue of it?
It doesn't matter what you do with it. It's because it's something current rather than 6 weeks ago, for argument's sake.
If I change the hue of the game, like the grass doesn't look green. If I make the grass red.
No, I really don't think it matters, to be honest with you.
Do you think, guys, do you reckon we'll get struck off?
Yes, is the simple answer. You can play all the music in the world.
I can play stills. I can play stills of it, can't I?
You can play stills of it, yes. However you do that, I don't know how you go about it, but you're again the...
Hang on a minute.
But yeah, there were 2 games today, everybody, and obviously we had kicking off with Aston Villa away at Tottenham. Ended 2-1 as predicted by myself, as predicted by the history. Aston Villa do seem to like playing, or any team in that fixture, the away team seems to do very well. I only listened in from the 10th minute, I believe it was, where it seemed to be all action.
We're not playing it. We're not playing it, chat. We're not playing it because we will get banned. We will get banned. We do not want to get banned.
It was end-to-end stuff. I mean, Jace, did you actually watch the game?
Oh, which one? Sorry.
Aston Villa versus Tottenham versus Aston Villa.
Yes.
Okay, do you want to talk about it? Because I only watched the second half.
Yeah, I mean, Tottenham had like some really good chances first half. I remember just watching it going, this is Villa's chance to show that they are legit, like fighting for that top 4 spot, like being serious contenders. And I was thinking, come on, Villa. I was actually supporting Villa in that game. I really wanted Villa to win. And yeah, like just reminding myself of the way the game sort of like transpired. So we had the first goal, which was Giovanni Lo Celso with Porro of all people getting the assist. Well, that was a beautiful goal. Well, no, it wasn't actually. The beautiful goal was Son. Son scored a beautiful goal. He scored this amazing finesse shot that was offside, by the way. The Lo Celso shot was being saved by Martinez, but it hit a defender and it went in. That was actually what happened in that shot. Then your bloody freaking Douglas Luiz gets a jammy assist, Pau Torres.
I don't think it was a jammy assist. It was a set piece scored by a defender.
Yeah, it's just a joke, absolute joke.
If Douglas Luiz had passed
7 minutes in stoppage time, you're so jammy, man.
I'm not suggesting for 1 minute that getting the points wasn't
and you're getting the points off the bench as well. Just disgusting. And you're getting the points off the bench, aren't you? Yeah, Douglas Luiz on the bench.
It was always going to happen anyway.
I was always going to happen because I always knew that Brown wasn't going to play. I knew that. Oh yeah. No, you did not know that.
Well, we
did
did
not know.
because
You
Bowen
did
wasn't
not.
playing.
No, you didn't.
We knew Bowen wasn't playing.
No, you didn't. No,
I
not on
think
the
we all
Friday.
did.
You didn't. You didn't say Bowen. It was still very much up in the air at that point.
I don't think it was. I think
It was
pretty
because
much, he's not gonna
people were
play.
coming out saying that he was all right, and I had someone trolling me going, "Remember, it was like Kevin Nolan said on Talk Sport that he's going to be all right."
That I
Yeah.
didn't.
No, but people were saying it all on Twitter as well, and I was like, right, okay.
Then I'm going to use your comment, which is don't believe anything.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it wasn't a known fact that he was 100% out. It wasn't. Don't come out with me. Otherwise, you would have put him on the bench. You would have started him.
No.
Yes, you wouldn't.
I was doing a Cy Bellamy or a Harry.
Crap. There's no freaking way you would have put him on the bench if you knew he wasn't starting. Right. Anyway, so you got bloody jammy points from Douglas Luiz off the bench. You got then Ollie Watkins gets himself a goal.
The bonus points were jammy.
No, the only reason he got bonus points is because bloody Watkins got himself booked. And by the way, Douglas Luiz, how we didn't get booked in that game, I am absolutely shocked.
Yeah, there was one moment where towards the end,
lunged in on a player, and I thought that's a yellow all day long. Yeah. Referee was just like, carry on.
Well, he got the Fernandez treatment, didn't he? Fernandez never gets booked or anything. So
it's just like it's typical what you'd rant about essentially. So yeah, got the Ollie Watkins goal, which was nice. He got a disallowed goal, by the way. I don't know if my memory serves me. They spent literally about 10 minutes watching that bloody VAR. Trying to decide if it was offside, and I didn't see a line until like ages into the review. They didn't put a line down. I was like, what's going on here? It's taken forever. And I was just like, are they going to give it? Aren't they going to give it? And in the end, it was literally like a millimetre or two off. I thought, God, that's so harsh. So it would have been nice to have just Ollie Watkins brace. Jason, if Steve-O becomes the voice of reason, you need to take notice. Yeah. Something about Steve-O saying that he's going to eat a hat. Yeah. Are you going to stick with that statement? Are you going to actually eat a hat?
Yeah. In fact, there was two things that I was astounded with this weekend. Number one, Jesus starting for Arsenal, but number two, which is one of the biggest things I never would imagine, is CM Punk returning to WWE. That was just ridiculous.
Didn't you say though on Friday that you'd watch it if he returned?
I would. No, I mean I'm not really interested anymore. But I'm going to watch the clips of Raw, whatever he's on tomorrow or Tuesday morning, just to see what happens with it. But I have no. I'm actually thinking of contacting someone to do a podcast about it, to be honest with you, truth be told.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
What? So this would be another podcast on top of Total Steve-O. It would be on the Total Steve-O podcast.
No, it'd be on the same bloody network. I'm not.
Oh, I didn't know if you were branching out to another YouTube channel. We're gonna have like I know. Oh God, I need to do this chair. This chair's too low. It's broken. I need a new chair. It's broken.
Well, I could have given you one from work today when we got rid of about 40 of them. I was going to bring one home, but it got soaking wet. Yeah, the one that I genuinely was going to bring home.
You on a wooden chair or something like that?
No. These were proper like comfy office chairs.
Yeah, but you need a chair.
I've got one. This one's fine for what it is compared to what I had before.
What's your chair look like?
It's just an office chair, like a general office chair that you get in any office across the world.
I don't see any backrest. I always worry. Oh, right, okay. I always worry that you literally sat on a stool or something like that. And what has he sat on? Right. Watkins should have had a hat-trick outside the VAR call. So should have Son, to be fair. Not watched Survivor Series yet, says the Cape FPL. I'm removing Diaby for either Son or Bowen. Already owned Salah, Palmer, Saka and Bremo, says Andrew Ferguson. Luiz is a great option for Villa. Takes set pieces on penalties and cheap. Yeah, apparently he is, but not interested. 3-0 flattered United today. They were very, very clinical. I thought Everton were decent and a lot more.
That game, and it was still not.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair with you, that score line is nothing like how the game actually was.
Let's just focus on this Spurs game for a second. Do you think that we non-Sun captainers got away with it? Because I think we did.
Well, having watched the game and seeing how the chances that Son had in that game was just ridiculous. I think that to get nothing from that. I know it's 2-1, but he could have easily got double-digit haul in that game. Just timing runs, passes going in earlier, like. Yeah, it's very, very unfortunate. If you're a Son owner, you're feeling very aggrieved, I'm sure, as a result. But yeah, I'm just looking at my team. I'm like, 41 points. It's just shocking. -4 as well. But then it's 43, isn't it? 43. I got 39 points, Steve. That's shocking.
I mean, I'm no better. I mean, that's you all
You're
out
on
there, isn't it?
38.
I've still got one player left.
Oh yeah, you got Leonard.
But I'm going to be getting one.
I hope you get 1 point.
2 points, if I'm lucky. So it'd be 2 points. Whatever. Like that game tomorrow evening is going to be low scoring. So
is Turner no longer playing?
No.
Well, that's a problem I need to sort out, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, basically, yeah. Have you got any money in the bank, just of interest?
Oh yeah, I got 2 million in the bank.
Of course you have.
No, I haven't. I got 0.6.
Oh, well, you can easily upgrade Turner
Yeah.
or even Areola, to be completely frank.
Well, yeah, to be fair, it's probably going to be just the one goalkeeper I'd go with until the second wild card, most likely. But we'll get onto that at some point.
But just overall, did you enjoy the Spurs Aston Villa game? I mean, I must admit,
yes, as a neutral, I did enjoy it. I was happy that Spurs didn't win that game. I was happy that Villa won that game.
Do you think that the people that come out and say, well, Son hasn't got Maddison anymore, it means they're rubbish. What do you think about that statement? Because I think it's a load of bollocks, to be honest with you.
Well, they look pretty threatening today, mate. I think Martinez pulled off a few great saves as well. So on another day, we talk about momentum in football. If those goals had been... If those goals had stood, I think the game ends. Obviously, the game ends completely differently. So, fine margins, and in the end, Villa got the win. Ollie Watkins got the winner.
Yeah, served me well in Sky. And then on to, let me give you my thoughts on the Everton game, and then we'll let you, as a Man United fan, give your opinion. Everton 0, Man United 3, goals coming from Garnacho, Martial. Well, it's not just a goal. It was, in fact, can I play you something, Jace?
Oh, no, as long as it's not the video.
No. This is what I sent. I'm going to have to kind of censor myself here. This is what I sent to Mr. Reed. If I can find it. Yeah, it'll be about here. This is what I sent him. So I was doing a voice message. I can't play all of it because it contains some private information, but I'm going to play it from this point here. Oh, what a fucking goal! So
that
goal was just. We'll let me finish. That goal was just out of this world. Martial, Rashford getting the other two. Rashford with a penalty, assist from Fernandes, Dalot, and Martial. Bonus points eventually going to Dalot, Martial, and Onana, who pulled off some incredible saves. Everton, very, very, very unlucky not to score. I was just assuming the game was going to end 1-0. Man United had very, 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 very few chances, and the chances that they did get, they put them away. Everton fans should be pissed off at the fact that they just did not take their chances, because Man United were there for the taking. And that's pretty much my summary. Jason, over to you as a Man United fan.
So after the Spurs Villa game, I was out walking the dog, managed to get back 5 minutes into the Everton Man United game and missed the fucking goal. I was like, oh no, I missed a goal. And then I watched it back on Twitter, and I was like, wow, not only did I miss a goal, but I just missed probably the goal of the season. Just incredible technique to pull off that. Even the audacity to try it in the first place, it's just shows that, you know, when you're young and you're fearless, you can just do things like that. Man United were pretty poor for large parts of that game. In fact, typical lackluster, didn't look like they had any idea of what they were doing. Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, obviously for large parts of the game, was not making too much of an impact. I felt Martial was basically doing the graveyard shift and putting in just as much effort he could to try and keep the ball when the ball was played up to him. Doing a good enough job, but really for me, Rashford, I don't know how he stayed on the pitch the whole game. Well, I do, but that's another thing. But the performance against Everton, we can't play like that against top half teams. We will get smashed. We will get smashed. The amount of chances that we afforded Everton in that first half, especially in the first half, how they didn't score to level it up, I have no idea. Like they just couldn't. They could not get a shot on target over the bar. Calvert-Lewin had 2-3 attempts, like almost point blank range in front of goal with his head. You think, well, you put your money on him scoring at least one of those. Let's just talk about the goal. So the first goal is a wonder goal, absolute world class. It is a world class goal. Very few players in the world will attempt to do that and do that sort of thing. It's kind of ironic that his idol in Ronaldo did it, and obviously people are comparing it to Rooney's. But obviously Rooney's was in a completely different situation. It was a much bigger occasion when he scored that goal, but the technique was so much more cleaner than Rooney's, and it was more akin to Ronaldo's. So it was like brilliant to see that from the youngster, and it's just, again, the whole no fear. We'll be lucky to keep hold of him for years to come if he keeps getting better and better. Disappointed with the rest of the performance, like in the first half per se. The second half, I felt that we got kind of more involved in the attack. The penalty decision on Martial, I couldn't believe that the referee had booked him for diving. And when I saw that VAR were reviewing it, I was like, well, there's no way that they're going to let that go, because it's literally obvious that Ashley Young has stepped in there and clipped his leg. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, he's tripped him. Even though Martial has got a bit of a history of going down easily, it was a penalty all day long. So they reviewed that, gave a penalty, rightfully so. Marcus Rashford gets given the ball, step up, scores. Okay, happy for the lad. Let's get his confidence up. Let's try and get him to see if it changes him versus the game. It didn't. And I noticed that he didn't really celebrate that goal. He didn't really look too happy. So I'm thinking, what's going on? What's going on in Marcus's life? He's not looking too happy at the moment. And then the third goal was a touch of class again. A great ball played through from Bruno Fernandes into Martial. And Martial, when he's fit and he's played a ball like that, his touch is brilliant. His composure and his ability to, like, literally, it's almost like he's got the ability to slow time down. And he's literally got all the time in the world to just dink it past Pickford. I'm thinking, wow, just class finish it was. So I'm happy with the score. Am I happy with the overall performance over the whole game? I felt United were average, but it came down to moments. It came down, like, it's an obvious cliche. Just United took the chances, Everton didn't, and that's why United won. You know, up against Newcastle or any top half team, we give away those opportunities, we're going to be out of the fight by the half-time whistle. So a lot to be done to improve the squad. Happy with the win, but it's literally it's a long way to go before I'd be confident going into the games. And I thought that game would be 1-0 to Man United.
Well, the next fixtures, just to make it even more glum: Galatasaray away, no chance. Newcastle away, no chance.
No.
Chelsea at home,
Chelsea at home, I could see us maybe winning 1-0. or just a nil. I could see us maybe winning 1-0. I could see us keeping out Chelsea. I could see us grabbing a winner. I don't see us going 2 or 3 goals. It ain't going to be a repeat of today.
You've then got Bournemouth at home, which is just should be 3
We're
points.
not, yeah.
Bayern Munich away, not a chance.
No.
Liverpool away, not a chance. West Ham away, 1-0. And then you're at home to Aston Villa. Basically, your next several fixtures are horrendous.
Yeah, don't get a Man United asset in for FPL. Simple as that. Hey guys, love your content. Thoughts on Saka? I don't want to keep talking about Man United because people are rightfully saying, "Oh, great, another Man United show." No, I know. At the end of the day, they played today.
Yeah.
We are commenting. We did spend a fair bit amount of time talking about the Spurs Aston Villa game. We are going to spend a fair bit of time talking about the Everton Man United game.
Sorry that Jason has passion for his own football team. Shit, fucking hell, can't do that.
Hey guys, loving the content. Thoughts on Saka and Bremer and Palmer in for Son, Martinelli and Hwang. Saka
Do not
and
get
Bremer,
rid of Son. Do not get rid of Hwang.
Palmer. Yeah, I mean, I like the Saka and Bremer in. Don't think you need to jump in on Palmer. See, I'm not convinced in Palmer. I think Palmer's a big trap. And I've got him in my team. And I'm a little bit stupid for bringing him in, I think. I think that I may just got a bit kind of excited because he was going up in value and he was being a flavour of the week because he had a good game against Man City. But yeah, I don't know. I think Palmer's got a lot to live up to, and Animations in the chat, he's talking crap. He ain't the GOAT. Nice of Reece James to rule himself out so early. What happened with Reece James?
He got 2 yellow cards. That's it.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
With you. I think it's the
Nick.
same with Lewis Dunk, I believe, as well. I believe he got 2 yellows. I don't know if it was a straight red, but I could be completely wrong. Let us know in the chat if it was 2 yellows. But certainly getting rid of Hwang when he's got Arsenal away, yeah, not great fixture, but then Burnley and Nottingham Forest. But you're bringing in Burmo, who has some very, very, very good fixtures. In fact, some excellent fixtures for the next 3 for definite, if not 4. I think that, look, it depends what it's for, but I've done a -8 already, as I did last night, and I've just got on with it. So it depends on what your positions are within mini leagues and everything, but when you're at a terrible rank like myself or Jason, it's just get your players in that you want just to kind of prepare yourself.
Well, you say a terrible rank. What 1.3 million we're at? So it's not.
Yes,
it's not terrible.
It is.
Oh no, actually no, you're not. Get this though. Get this. You're 10 points behind me with a player to play tomorrow night, and you're 500,000 places behind on the rankings. That's ridiculous. It's still way too early. Like, you can get 10 points and go up 500,000 places. So 1.4 million, you're 1.8 million. It's pretty terrible. But
but when you look in the mini leagues, like I always just look at the moderated league because it's so small. Like I'm 65, 66 points behind Harbour Boy. It's ridiculous. That's a big, big thing. It's the same the Tour Elite with Dan being top.
Well, yeah, but a couple of good game weeks, you cut that lead down to 20, whatever. It's just don't focus on them. Just focus on your own.
I'm exactly 40 points behind Dan.
Well, yeah, but Dan's going to bottle it. He's Tottenham Hotspur when he comes to playing FPL.
Dan, if you're watching, jump in the Discord.
Right, yeah, guys, jump in the Discord. I'm not going to be on here for too much longer because I've got work to do. But get in the Discord if you want to talk to us about your teams, and Steve-O will berate you.
I don't think I'm going to berate people. I'm just want to find out what their teams are, what their issues are. Rob Jones, are you the same Rob Jones that Mark Goldbridge said, "You're a prat"? If you really think that, I actually thought of you, to be honest with you, when I heard that.
What was that?
I don't know. During Mark Goldbridge's channel, some idiot called Rob Jones messaged in about the ridiculous VAR decision in the Tottenham game, and that's it. That's all it is. Anyway, so overall, Jace, your team, as it stands right now, when you look at it, what are your problems?
Oh, 1 second. I need to get it up. My team. What are my problems? Probably
Matty
if
Cash. I know you don't have him anymore, do you?
my team. What are my problems? I mean, Simicast isn't long term, obviously. Trossard is question mark. Bowen's what? I don't know what's going on with Bowen. I don't know how long he's away for. Does anyone actually know? Is he away long term? Is he?
Well, they're gonna. If it's fluid on the knee, they'll be. Again, I'm no doctor. You are. It's going to be draining the knee and everything, and all this nonsense, draining the fluid out of the knee. So, I don't know how long the process is. Could it be back for Crystal Palace? Not a clue. Ask Ben Dinnery.
Yeah. Antibiotics and draining. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what's going on there. Or anti-inflammatories, I should say. So yeah, my issues right now are obviously Bowen's a question mark, Trossard's a question mark, Simicast is a short term. Yeah, I think my priority now is just waiting, and I'm not making any moves at the moment. Just gonna wait, see what happens in the midweek, and then, in fact, it's like, I'm just looking now because we've got the midweeks, we've got the Europe's games, and then we've got the weekend games, and then we've got the midweek Premier League games, haven't we? So we've got games coming thick and fast. My priority for me, like, I think I'm gonna go dark and not say anything about what I'm doing transfer wise, because I'm gonna look forward to getting a couple of differentials in on you ahead of these games.
Well, you've already got differentials on me.
Yeah, but you're bringing in the players I'm bringing in, so I'm not doing it anymore. I'm just like...
So rather than blocking me off, which is what you should be doing, you'd rather go differential for the sake of...
Correcto. Correct. Right. So, what about you? What are your fires in your team? So again, just to talk about Trossard, Simicast, and Bowen are the three that, for me, are considerations of maybe having to switch them out. But for you, what is going through your mind?
Well, Cash is the big one. I want to get him out for I'm actually tempted to do a -12 to bring in an Arsenal defender, but and if I do that, I've got the exact money to bring in Gabriel. But I can wait a week for that. I can actually wait a week to bring in Gabriel for cash, and then I can have Trippier, Simicast, and Gabriel as a back three. But I don't need to do that yet. The other problem is Kabore, red flag. Don't really give a shit about him. He's going to be back for the next fixture. But the rest of the team's fine. Trippier, Simicast, Lascelles, Areola / Leno, Salah, Buemo, Gordon, Saka, Son, Wood, Alvarez, and Haaland. Oh, that's another thing as well.
Alvarez is another one. Well, I think Alvarez for me is a still keep. But
if I could do for free, instant Alvarez to Watkins, I'd do it immediately. But I can't. I've got no money. If I could do it,
don't
I would
do that. I've got him.
Well, he's an excellent
he's very
option.
popular.
But,
it's a very popular player, yes.
But just to make this point here as well, it just reminded me when Man United scored 3 goals. That's another game where Everton have been involved.
You've been good, then.
3 goals, whether it's 4 or against. So they beat Bournemouth 3-0. They beat Burnley 3-0. They beat Crystal Palace 3-2. And then today they lost 3-0 to Man United. So
did you bring Gordon in?
Yeah. Gordon, Saka, and Buemo.
Very good moves, mate.
Well, I should have brought in Gordon weeks ago. As I was always going to do. Well, at the time, if you remember, during the members' videos and stuff, yeah, I'm going to bring in Gordon. And I bring in that fucking mug. Do you know what? I can't even remember. Oh, Louise. It was Louise. Because I thought I'd be clever. Complete waste of time. Like I say, I just sometimes wish I just stuck with my gut rather than these going against it. But anyway, yeah, I'm really happy with the team. I mean, as it stands right this second, I'm benching Son. But I very much doubt I'll be doing that by the deadline. Because, man,
would you personally do Trossard to Saka, Bowen to Gordon?
Yes. Well, I've already done it, haven't I?
Well, you did do Trossard. You did do Trossard too.
No, but I did Martinelli to Saka, didn't I? Same difference.
So I can do. I've got the exact money. I've got 0.7 in the bank to do Trossard to Gordon or Trossard to Saka, Bowen to Gordon.
Do it. Is my advice.
Chat. What do you think of these moves? Let's use the collective knowledge, or 0.6 in the bank. I'm sorry, not 7.7. The collective knowledge in the chat. Bowen and Trossard. Trossard, of course, who's we don't know anymore if he's going to get minutes or full games. Saka, Bowen to Gordon. What are we saying, chat? What are we saying? Is it too much of a sideways move? Saka. I don't know. Hello, binary number team here. Oh, hang on, we've got people on the way. We've got people in Discord. Should we get someone in the Discord? We got people here. Animations. We've got Brian. We've got Edgeworth. Who are we going to get on?
Brian.
Yeah, right then. Right, let's bring on Brian then. Brian, a babe called Brian, and he grew, and he grew, and he grew. And he grew up to be.
Fucking hell.
Hello, Brian. Oh, hello. Brian.
Oh.
Brian. Brian.
Hello.
Hello. What's up,
I didn't
dude?
realize I was on first.
You having a good day? So we've got to wait for the signal to get to America.
Brian, I'm going to do a famous line here. Speak.
Oh, can you guys hear me, yeah?
You're loud and clear, mate. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, it's just my screen isn't updating. I can just see a big buffering.
Don't worry about that. Just don't listen to us on the stream. Listen to us in the Discord. It makes life a lot easier and less confusing.
Yeah, that's
because you're not answering a question that we're asking 10 seconds later. That's all.
Okay. Well, I sent in my team because I'm absolutely distraught. Really,
okay, well that's you're perfectly the right sort of caller that we want to talk to. Distraught. I love it. Let's get the.
I had so many good plans. I had all the great plans. I had all. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And nothing worked.
Why is that shadowed it? Oh, that's why.
Eze was coming in for Adringa. Awanyi was going to come in for Alvarez. Then Awanyi gets injured. So I was like, okay, no, I'll do the plan B thing. I won't leave it alone. I won't carry over because I had 2 free transfers. So I was like, okay, no, I'll go for plan B. And I'll go with Solanke instead. And I mean, just bad cash.
Unlucky.
Unlucky. Captain Quan. I mean, it was just hit after hit after hit after hit.
Why did you captain Son?
Well, apparently it was an obvious option.
the shit that people come out with. Right,
sorry,
okay, yeah, right.
Brian. Just an internal joke there. You know, Steve is like, well, hang on a
Don't
minute.
get me
Why
wrong.
so many people captain Son? And we got Arbor Boy in the Discord going.
Don't
He's
get me
obvious.
wrong. I appreciate the fact the game ended with Son having 3 goals ruled offside. I get that, but I don't for 1 minute believe people actually thought that Son was the better captaincy option this week, when this year Aston Villa have been incredible. As you said on the stream the other day, Tottenham only score 2 goals, and yes, the argument is, well, Son could get both goals. When has Son scored twice this season? Maybe on how many times, Jace? Can you bring that up? How many times has Son scored twice this season?
I can bring that up. Give me 1 moment. Son, how many times has he scored twice this season? He has scored twice this season. Twice. He scored twice against Arsenal in a 2-2 draw, and he scored 2 times in the thrashing of 5-2 over Burnley in game week 4.
Right. And then let's.
And the rest of the games, 1 or less.
Yeah. And I'm not doubting Son's credentials. I'm not doubting anything Son does. But all the data.
And he's only got 1 assist the whole season so far. 13 weeks.
Oh, wow.
All
All the data suggested it would end up being a tight game. Now, I'm fully aware how the game went. I get all that. But how did the game end? 2-1. I get all that. Whereas with the backing of Haaland or Salah in a game in which everybody was going, it's going to end 3-2. It's going to end 3-2. And I was the only one that said, no, it's going to be tight. It's going to be a tight game. Like with the Tottenham game, I just went with the default in Haaland. Now, if someone comes out and says, yeah, I just went with the default in Son, brilliant. But to come out with this shit of, yeah, but it's going to be an end-to-end game, when there was no proof in that whatsoever. There was nothing to suggest it was going to be an end-to-end game at all. I just think it's just a load of nonsense. I'm fully aware that it actually ended up being an end-to-end game, but I think there was just more opportunity for Aston Villa to take advantage. That, in fact, didn't I say, Jason, to you, Watkins was your best captaincy option, and he only ended up with 1 point less than Haaland?
Yes, you did, and I'm glad I didn't go with it because I would have got 1 point less. But yes, he to be fair, he could have easily got that goal. That one that was revived, the one that was like literally analysed to death. The longest VAR analysation we've seen this season, probably. But yeah, I felt that. To be fair, large parts of the game he was not. He didn't pop up as much as I would hoped, but I feel that Watkins was a better pick than Son.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not disputing the fact that there were 3 options this week, but I just find that the people that had, well, like me and you do, Haaland, Son, and Haaland, Salah, Son, I think Son was the 3rd option to choose from. And look, it's ended up with, and it's all down to if, buts, and maybes. I get it. But to read in chat, people like, oh, I wish I captained someone else now. Just shut the fuck up. Like you went with Son, and Brian, you're here now. Why did you captain Son?
I'll tell you exactly why I captained Son, and it kind of, look, it wasn't that far off. I'm a Liverpool fan, and I backed us to keep him quiet, and I said I back him to get 1 return, but no more than 1 return, because I think Virgil can keep him quiet, but he's dangerous. He will score. But I'm backing him to only score once, and in what people are saying, and that was a pretty end-to-end game at times between Spurs.
It's a good game for the neutral. Brilliant game.
Yeah, on another day, maybe there's something in that. So I backed Son to at least match that 1 haul. So I was thinking, okay, so in a game week where I got my dander up, I'm feeling good, I got 2 free transfers, I think I've got all this planned out, it's all going to work well for me. I'm going to bring in Slanky, I'm going to bring in Eze, I'm going to smash it. And I'm telling you, and I know this is the stuff Steve O'Hurts, I wasn't hiding behind the couch, but when I'm sitting there, it was 10 minutes to go. And it was the only thing I had a bit of a thing about whether I should start Cash or Udogie. But I honestly couldn't sit there. I was sitting there going, Henderson, Henderson, Henderson. And it was such a coin flip. I thought it was a coin flip myself. And I backed them to kind of match each other at worst. And yeah, looking at it now, yeah, it probably was. Like for me, the rest of this season, unless I have Salah and he has a ridiculous home fixture, I'm not going to be backing against Haaland again not because of this game week, but because most game weeks it is the default option that would work, especially with midfielders. But yeah, why did I go from this week? Is it because I'm a Liverpool fan? I thought we were going to keep them quiet. That's probably half of it. Should I have let that come into it? Yeah, of course, because that's my reading of the game. But he didn't do that much, and Son on another day. So, but look, there's me sitting there with 25 points. So what do I know? You know,
I just think you've had a very unlucky game week. Nothing much more than
nah,
that.
fuck it. Fuck it.
Well,
Look, that's what happens. You know what I mean?
This week, I mean, Jason again said it that we all thought it was going to be a crap game week. It turned out to be lots and lots of goals, but not much fantasy. Ironically, not much fantasy football points from the popular players. You've got Eze, who was in a game against Luton, who, again, they're always tight games. Yes, I'm fully aware that Crystal Palace scored first, and is there a chance that Eze could have got something in that goal if he hadn't been taken off? Possibly. And then if he'd have stayed on the pitch, would he have got some returns? We'll never know. So that was unfortunate. But Solanke to be in a game where they win 3-1 to get nothing is ludicrous.
Well,
for DRB to be in a game which is end to end to get nothing and to be taken off at half time is extremely unlucky. You then have Son again, we've just discussed, and then Trippier, Sterling of all players to score a free kick, like an absolute joke. Yeah, he's just had a very, very, very unlucky game week, and I think
I'm sitting there and I rarely watch Match of the Day. I'm watching Match of the Day last night, and what are they doing? They're doing a thing on Trippier where they're putting up how he had number one in this, number one in that. Crosses. I had to recheck my fucking fantasy football to make sure this guy didn't get points. I was like, what the hell is going on here? He was topping all these things, and what the fuck? And cash then off at halftime as well. Look, hey, you get these weeks. You get them, but that better, I mean, Jesus. Yeah, the Solanke thing, like you say, 3 goals. It was like Alvarez against Brighton. 6 goals, no returns. These things happen. You got to take them on the chin.
It's funny you mentioned about Trippier because playing Sky this season, one of the biggest benefits is that you don't need to panic about things. And I highly recommend anybody watching this that actually even listens to anything I have to say, please go out your way and check out Sky next season if you don't play it, because anybody that does, like you just saying there, Brian, about planning and looking at fixtures and everything, you're going to do exceptionally well at this game. And players like Trippier get points. Like, for instance, in Sky, Trippier got 3 points because he probably got passing tiers or shot tiers or whatever. The likes of... so to put in perspective, in Sky, Højbjerg, who came on at half-time or whenever it was, he got more points than Son because he probably got tackle tiers or whatever points he got or whatnot. And you're able to kind of strategize better in Sky. Whereas in FPL, as I keep saying, you're forced into moves. Jason's already said it. I can do 2 moves exactly.
Oh yeah, if I don't do them now, there's a chance that at least one of those players is going up tonight, either Saka or Gordon. Looks like
probably
both
Gordon,
of them.
If anybody.
Well, it looks like both of them are due a rise, according to the FPL statistics website, which I use. So one of them is both of them are due to rise tonight or tomorrow. So am I going to be able to sit down and just watch the midweek games and wait until the press conferences on Friday? No. Chances are I'm not going to have the money to do it. So I have to make that decision now, or I just stick with Bowen and I stick with Trossard. The more I think about it, the more I want to have Gordon and Saka on my team.
Exactly. Whereas with your team, Brian, you've got Eze, who, how bad is the injury? Do you know?
No, this is the thing. I didn't even hear anything, and then I saw that flag and was thinking, oh well, look, that's just the kind of week we're having here. Just whatever. It looks like a groin injury, but don't trust those guys. You
Well, I
know,
know
fancy
that
Premier
Roy
League.
Hodgson came out and said it's not looking good, and I feel sorry for the lad.
Oh Christ! Oh well, yeah, Jesus Christ.
Well,
Okay,
that could
well
have been
that's
about
another
anybody.
one.
It could have been about the other player that went off injured for Crystal
Yeah.
Palace.
Well, he is a nice bloke, so he would probably say that. So yeah, I don't know the Bowen thing. I thought he was. I backed him. Yeah, I backed him to be a starter. That's why I left him in. If I'd known even 50% more, kind of that it was unlikely, I probably would have gone with a -4 and brought in Embuemo, but that wouldn't have done anything for me anyway. So, but this Eze thing now, like the plan was Diaby to Embuemo next week, but I now have, as you can see there.
Oh, here we go. Just to give you the Eze news. Well, it's not even Eze news. This is Roy Hodgson. They are two. This is on Eze and Decore. They are two of our most important players. So of course, it's devastating news in a way. Decore's injury is very serious. We don't know how serious Eze is at the moment. That's what Roy Hodgson said yesterday.
Yeah, it's Saturday, isn't it?
Yes.
There's a week.
Right. I'm very mindful that we have got other people waiting as well. So just let's just finish up this this point, because I don't want to be here until midnight.
So number one surgery issue then. What's the first operation I go for?
I think Eze. Steve-O?
Yeah, well, I
Because
think
Bowen may be back.
Yeah, I think wait on news for Bowen. At least you've got. How much money have you got in Bowen? Just of interest.
Oh, Bowen, I only got him 2 weeks ago, so I'm cool with him.
Oh, okay. I think
Eze, I got that last week. What do I have? I have 1.1.
So you could get potentially. Do you know what? You could even do Jason's move, couldn't you? Bowen and Eze out for either Palmer or Gordon and Saka possibly.
But I want Embuemo anyway, so it would be Embuemo
okay, well then,
and it would be Embuemo and Gordon or Palmer probably. Yeah, that's probably okay. I just keep the Abbey for the Bournemouth game.
Say that again.
And just keep the Abbey for the Bournemouth game.
Oh yeah. He just came off because Emery wasn't happy with how everybody put certain players were performing.
Yeah, you've got to be watching. You've got to be mindful though, don't you? Because if you watch that game, actually, I won't take any. One thing I will say, he was waving his arms around the whole first half. I noticed that the first half. Anytime there was a pass that didn't go to him, he was waving his arms. He was giving out. He was pointing. He was doing that. Looked a little bit pissed off. You know those little things you just pick up sometimes, but might not mean anything. But he didn't look like a happy bunny out there.
Yeah, I think. Well, we got Shagair saying that Bailey played very well. Yeah, he did. Bailey did play very, very well. I just don't think he. I don't think unless Diaby completely cocks up in the Europa League, then I think Diaby still plays. He's first team at the end of the day.
Yeah, good player. All right, thanks, guys. I'll let the other people.
Thank you. Cheers.
No, thank you.
Cheers, guys. Talk soon.
Animations. It's time for Animaniacs. How's it going, Animations?
Oh, hello. How's it going, lads?
What do you want to talk about?
No, I'm saying, how's it going?
Do you know what?
Right, not too bad. Small talk. What did you have for dinner today? Did you have Christmas? Did you have a nice turkey roast? Did you have a nice Sunday evening roast dinner tonight?
No, I'm about to go on have a spaghetti bolognese once I'm done talking to you boys.
Spaghetti bolognese.
So,
how continental. Talk to us about your team. You got more points than me.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the team. I didn't end up taking out Bowen in the end, and I end up getting the jammy 7-pointer from the sell, which I'm very happy with.
Who were you
Very
going to
jammy.
bring in for Bowen, just of interest?
Well, it would have been a hit from Bumo.
Okay.
So I dodged that bullet by like getting that 7-pointer. So I'm very, very
So
lucky.
what swayed you not to bring in Mbermo then for the -4?
Well, because people were saying that Bowen had a chance of starting, and I thought if I knew he was going to start, I would rather have him versus Burnley than having Bumo, who he was going to go and get a big haul or get a 2-pointer, which is what he did. I mean, I didn't see the Arsenal game, but from what I saw on live score, Havertz scoring, it must have been a dead game. So
the game was actually quite end to end. I think Buemo is by far Brentford's best player. He is very, 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 very threatening. He's got a major haul coming up. In fact, his game against Luton, again, despite the fact that Luton are very good defense, well, within reason, good defensively, I think that the team that Brentford is going to have most fun against will be, once I can bring up the blasted thing, will be against Brighton. I think the game against Brighton could be an absolute mauling for Brighton. In fact, off the top of my head, this would be on a midweek, Wednesday, the 6th of December. I genuinely, if Brentford really want to go for it, could score 3 or 4 goals against Brighton legitimately.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what it is. You think Brighton's just going to? They've had it now, have they, Brighton?
He pisses about with his team too much.
Yeah, Brighton's defense is shaky. No,
Like
A couple of
Burnley.
weeks ago, he was a brilliant manager. Now he's.
I'm not saying. Hold on a minute. I didn't say he was a bad manager. It's the same as company.
Tinker
Not a
Tailor
bad
Soldier
manager.
Spy now, apparently.
Let's just look at Brighton's last 6 fixtures, 7 fixtures. Okay, I'm going to be proven wrong as ever. 2-0, 1-1, 1-1, 2-0, 1-1, 3-2. But over the course of the season, it's been very high scoring games. You've got 2-2, 2-2, 6-1, 1-0, 3-1, 3-2, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, 4-1, 4-1. And then since their Man City game where they should have drawn, based on your commentary, Jace, it could have been 2-2, but they're taking the Europa League very, very seriously. And again, I don't watch any of the games. If any Brighton fans are watching, let us know. But I'm assuming based on the results of 2-0, 1-1, 1-1, 2-0, 1-1, that Brighton are essentially just holding out defensively and performing really, really well, containing teams and just trying to hit teams on the break. And, by all accounts, the Nottingham Forest Brighton game was end to end. They've then got AEK Athens. Then they're playing Chelsea, which is going to be absolutely incredible. And then they've got Brentford, which is going to be absolutely incredible. And then they've got Burnley. These games are absolutely ginormous for Brighton. And I can see there to be goals in these particular fixtures, whether it's for them or the opposition. So, Mbermo, you get him in now. And by the way, here's Steve-O's tip. If you fancy using your triple captaincy next week, Alex Follow. Oh, wait a minute, you've already used it. Gale, oh, you've already used it. Haaland against Spurs next week, triple captaincy. Genuinely. I can see. Oh, yeah, I can see City winning. If Spurs play like the way they have been, which is just extremely open, high line, it's going to be, if Man City really want to go for it, 4, 5, 6. End of discussion. If Man City turn up.
End of discussion.
Yeah. I can see Haaland having a lot of fun and scoring 4 goals. Minimum of a hat-trick, if Man City are up for it. I'm being absolutely serious.
Wow.
They've got, in the Champions League this week, they're at home to RP Leipzig. And I'm assuming that's going to be within reason, ironically, they lost. Oh, no, wait a minute. They beat RP Leipzig 3-1 in the Champions League last time round. In the Bundesliga...
Bremo's really one of those players that's like, he hits pockets of form.
I'm just looking at his performance over the season. He's very much like 2, 1, 2, 2, 14, 13, 5, 2, 2. I just think that he's just going to be one of these players that's going to just haul in like little pockets throughout the season. Like, I don't know. Could be good though. Could be good with those fixtures are nice.
They're excellent fixtures.
Yeah, I can't afford them though.
And Boom's a frightening prey. But anyway, back to animations here. Yeah, so you're just literally just going to be doing Burma to Burma then?
Yeah, and then we'll just see. I mean, I'll have money in the bank when that happens, so maybe a defender might turn
You're getting
up.
Cole Palmer, right?
Well, there was 2 things I was going to discuss. I wanted to discuss about Cole Palmer, and then I was going to discuss about another thing about you talking about jammy benches and all that. But I'll discuss about Cole Palmer first.
Smile
the reason
like you mean it.
No, the main reason I went for Cole Palmer, right?
Yeah.
Was because on pens, he's playing in a Chelsea team where he's the main man who's going to try and get something out of that game. I mean, yes, he came off against Newcastle, but that was obviously when James got sent off and Colwell came on and la-di-da and all that. And to be fair, I couldn't afford to get to Mbumo. I was pulling one off that, which to be fair, if I did the transfer, I would have done it, but I didn't.
So are you thinking of getting rid of Palmer now then?
Well, I mean, you guys are bigging up Gordon, and they're playing against United.
Hang on. Are you getting itchy fingers already?
No. I'm just
a few days ago,
I'm obviously not going to take him out. He's got Brighton this week. I'm going to see what happens against them.
Have a bit of conviction in your character, my son. The fact that you brought him in with a bit of with a bit of ferocity, saying that he was the GOAT of FPL and he was going to be the upcoming bargain of the season for the Chelsea. The intricate talisman in that Chelsea team that just hasn't materialised yet. Yeah, that one. Just give it a bit of time, hey? Because the good fixtures are coming up.
No, well that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to get cold feet on him. And can you name me besides him and Gordon another cheap midfielder below 6.5? I don't think you can.
Below 6.5, no.
Huang,
really.
Neto, to name 2.
Ooh, Neto.
Neto's injured, and Huang, I wouldn't trust him.
He's going to be back tomorrow, surely.
Well, if he is, then maybe. But like, you didn't really want to.
Douglas Luiz.
Well, this is the thing as well, right? You were talking about jammy benches and stuff. You were saying about Steve, I had Douglas Luiz and stuff like that. You had Bulldog starting, and he got a lucky little assist in the 97th minute.
It was always due.
That's horrible.
He was always due a goal.
Nah, Bulldog is not as attacking as someone like for example, I've got Lascelles, right? He's not going to score every week, but like that is a bit jammy.
Hang on a minute, he didn't score. He got an assist.
I know, but what I'm saying is,
and you know what? He got an assist in Gameweek 11 as well.
Yeah, but you gave Steve-O stick for having Douglas Luiz, and
he's in form.
At the end of the day, it's just I think it's just very
but
mean.
It's a bit different because Bulldog's 3.8 million and Douglas Luiz is 5.9, is it? 5.7?
Yeah, well, Steve-O got him in because he had good fixtures. He's on set pieces. He's on
penalties. Oh, yeah.
At the end of the day, right, he's not an outrageous pick, but Steve-O went for him because he thought he had the attacking threat, and he did.
He has never passed the eye test for me. However, if you go on if he's just going on purely on his set piece play and on paper, then I get it. I do. But that's not how I operate. I didn't realise that's how Steve-O operated. I thought he was more of an eye test sort of manager, but he proved me wrong. We're bringing him in.
No, well, Steve-O went for Chris Wood over.
No, that was weird.
That's
just Burnley sentiment. That is.
Yeah, but he's got good fixtures. Like as Steve-O was saying, he's got like other good fixtures coming up.
Yeah, but it's Chris Wood. It's Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
like, what do you expect? They're not going to rip up trees. They're not going to score. They're not going to score that many goals in the good fixtures.
Well, they will. They can and they will, Jace.
All right. Okay. Fulham away. Okay, that'll be a hard one.
What do you mean? Fulham are rubbish defensively, Jace.
You wait.
Oh, mate. You stand everyone else, mate, and then you're bringing in Trossard, who had an offside goal, lad.
Yeah. Well,
I'm joking. I'm only messing about, but
yeah. I must admit, I am slightly
thinking I was a bit silly bringing Trossard in.
No, he was a good option, mate. I mean, Jesus didn't seem like he was.
Yeah, but he's not exactly Arteta's favourite, is he?
No, but as like Sivo said, he 100% would start on the weekend, and he did.
Yeah. Admittedly, I didn't see the game. I don't know how well he played, or if he's going to be in contention for starting against Wolves on the weekend. But I don't know. I don't know about Trossard. I've got this sort of like regret, like buyer's remorse a little bit, thinking maybe I shouldn't have gone for him, and maybe I should have just waited. But hey ho, it is what it is. And because I took Diaby out anyway, didn't I? So it's not like I've missed out on any points or anything. So
yeah, well, it could be worse. I mean, I took Diaby out from my team, and look how that's turned out. Not very great.
Well, there we go. But yeah, cool. Are we done? Are we moving on?
I mean, I'll get off and let you talk to Edward.
Yeah. Just keep scoring well. 46 points this week's good. So Green Arrow. So well done to you, mate. Give yourself a pat on the back and enjoy your spaghetti bolognese.
I'm gonna go put some cheese on it right now, mate.
Oh, Parmesan. Is it Parmesan or cheddar? You going posh with Parmesan, or are you going to go with poor man's cheddar?
No. We've got just grated cheese, mate, in the
grated. Yeah.
There we go.
There's only one person that's going to understand this reference. Neither of you two will, but Mr. Reed will. Thank you for that wonderful comment. But Animations, will you be drinking wine with the spaghetti bolognese?
Nah, mate. I've got a can of Diet Coke in the fridge, so I'm gonna.
Oh, you enjoy that, mate.
Forget it. It's gone over everybody's head.
Well, what was it?
Thank you, Animations.
Thanks very much, guys.
Cheers, dude. Thank you. Take care. Edgeworth is next. Edgeworth, how's it going? Alfie Edgeworth?
Hi.
Hello. How's it going, dude? You right?
Yeah, I mean...
oh, no. Oh, dear. Where did it all go wrong?
I'd be more annoyed if my team got beat, but Wimbledon won 4-2, so...
Oh, Wimbledon. Remember watching them when Vinnie Jones played for them?
Yep.
Back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Showing my age now. You probably weren't even born then.
Nah. Podno reminds me about David Beckham's halfway line goal against us every day in Hangouts.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Nigel Sullivan in goal?
I couldn't tell you. That was
before my time. Was it Sullivan in goal for Wimbledon when he was it? I can't even really remember now. Like I remember the goal. I remember them.
Rings a bell. But
anyway, what do you want to talk to us about?
How shambolic this week has been, basically. You're
gonna quit and start again?
Nah, I can't quit with Cole Palmer in my team. Come on, I can't quit on him.
Neil Sullivan, I think it was, not Nigel Sullivan. I need to find out who's the goalkeeper. Okay, so you've got 33 points, but you've got Cunha playing tomorrow night. Maybe he can do something for you.
Yeah. Hopefully, instead of dribbling past everyone, he'll be able to put the ball in the back of the net. Fulham's defense is awful, so we can hope. But yeah, it's just this week. I know everyone was saying this week was gonna be bad, but it was. It
was Neil Sullivan. Yes. Sorry.
This week was awful. I mean, the last time we had a week like this when everyone was getting 20, 25 points, I got 55 points, so I can't really complain. Now I'm on the bad side of it.
Well, hang on. What is the average score? I'm sure it's not as low as yours.
42.
The average score is 42 and you're on 33.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Well, you got Cunha tomorrow night, so hopefully he can get you those 10 points you need. But no, I think it's a classic case of, on paper, team's perfectly fine. You're getting 2 points off the bench with Palmer. Don't have to do drastic moves. Maybe just think about moving Bowen out.
I've done a -4.
Oh, you've already done a -4. Okay, so who's your -4?
I did Bowen to Saka.
Oh yeah.
Because I can't sit there with that 60% every week and him getting 5-6 points every single week. It's just, and to get the money for that, I've took out Trippier.
Oh,
And
wow. Okay.
I know he got Man United and then Everton, but I went to Saliba as well. I've doubled up on
Oh yeah,
Arsenal.
that's good. Good, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Because he's 7 mil, and I need to put the money in other places. It's just got to that point. He's got 10 points in the last 4 matches. That's an average of 2.5 points. Like I just,
Wow.
I can't have a 7 mil defender getting 2.5 points in the last 4 matches. And we got.
So you've just inspired me. You've just inspired me of an idea I'm gonna visit later on in the stream. But yeah, that sounds like great moves for that -4. To be honest with you, mate.
Yeah,
Good moves, man.
Yeah, and Palmer's not going anywhere ever.
Ever.
I think the people talk that is the most reactionary stuff I've ever heard people talking about Palmer since Gameweek 7. Yeah, he's returned 4 out of 6 times since Gameweek 7 for 5.3 mil. Everyone knew Newcastle was going to be a hard game, which it showed it to be, and he got money.
Why did he only play 74 minutes though?
Because of the red card. They basically sacrificed him to get a centre back on.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, Reece James got sent off, and they subbed Colwell on for him. So it was just one of them tactical things.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, the team's very strong. Those moves have done. Yeah. -4 makes sense to me. Steve-O, got any thoughts to add on that?
No, I think you've done the right thing. I think bringing in an Arsenal defender is an excellent move. In fact, I'm gutted I can't bring him on myself.
So you're going to be playing Palmer next week then, and benching Cunha?
Yeah. Cunha's got Arsenal away, so Cunha first bench, and I'm gonna bench Mitchell away to West Ham as well. But Bell's back from injury, so I actually have a full playing bench for these midweek games, which is always good.
I like it. I like it a lot, and I think that it serves you well going into this busy Christmas period, mate. To be honest with you, got some very good bench options there, and you got some very strong starting players. So yeah, I think you just roll with it this week, and you're still doing very well, aren't you, Edgeworth? You're still doing
550k.
Yeah, I mean, you're flying high, mate. You're fine. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, hopefully Cunha 25 points tomorrow.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Yeah.
Take care, man.
See ya.
And finally, we've got Odin. Odin, how's it going, man? It's been a while. Odin, can you hear me?
Odin, you've been working very hard.
Odin. Very, very quiet, Odin. Let me turn you up.
I'm here. You hear me?
You're stuck in Valhalla. I'm having to turn you up. There we go. How's it going, Odin? You right?
Yeah, I'm good. Just a little bit of a cold, but otherwise all good.
A bit of a cold. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
You're Scandinavian, aren't you?
Yes.
So so is it Norway, Sweden? Whereabouts? Norway. So what's the weather like at the moment? I'm very curious because it's like 2 degrees, 3 degrees today. Is that quite warm for you?
It's not that bad, but here, but now it's like -5, I think. Yeah.
-5. Oof.
Yeah. So
you get what's the coldest it will get in Norway? Genuinely.
It haven't been as bad the last years actually. I think it kind of affected by global warming a little bit because of the Gulf Stream.
Well, actually, yeah. I was actually watching a video on this. It's a very, very, very good, interesting video. Called, is it from Atrium or Artrum? There's a guy that does these informational documentaries, and he did a documentary on climate change. And there's obviously lots of people out there with controversial opinions on climate change. But he was talking about the Gulf Stream, and obviously the Gulf Stream, for people that may only know limited parts, is what protects like the Europe, well, mainly Europe, from like a lot of the cold air that comes from the pole, and you know, we've actually seen that the Gulf Stream's actually got stronger, and it's actually helped keep a lot of that cold air out in recent years. Obviously, they are saying that, you know, there's lots of factors that impact that, but they do think it's a cycle. So yeah, maybe it still gets blooming cold. Don't get me wrong, it still gets very, very cold, but maybe not the -20 or -30s that once used to be the case. -5 still pretty cold though. But yeah,
I think like it's been almost just. I think it's just been around like -15 at the most the latest years, but before it was usually around 20 at the coldest.
Yeah, -20. Yeah, guys. There's like, yeah, and the further away you get, like Svalbard. Is that Svalbard? That's a place, right?
Yeah.
That you've got to be a special human being to be able to live there. My God, that is like literally hostile environment.
Yeah,
-40 plus.
If I'm not mistaken, the government give you benefits if you want to live there. So
they encourage you to go out and they set you up with a house and stuff, do they?
I don't recall exactly what the benefits are, but yeah, they're pretty good. So
I think the industry there is mainly fishing, and there's some oil industry there.
More so in the mainland, I think.
Yeah, because I think Russia have got the fingers on some things over there as well, like some of the oil and stuff. But I have limited knowledge on that. But I do find it very interesting, that part of the world. Very, very, very rarely gets mentioned in current affairs, doesn't it? Like you know, the Scandinavian countries, they always keep themselves, and you know, they keep out of trouble is generally what happens. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you're suffering from a cold at the moment.
Not that bad, but
yeah, I hope you feel better. We've got Brian asking which country is Lapland in. Lapland is in Norway, isn't it?
If you ask me, I ask you.
A good friend Google might be able to tell me.
Is it? No.
I thought it's Norwegian.
It's Finnish, yeah.
Is it Finnish?
Yeah.
Where is it? Lapland? Lapland is Finland. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, absolutely. You got there before me.
Yeah, I thought Finnish, but I didn't know for sure. Yeah.
So yeah, your team is up on the screen, 44 points. How are you feeling this week? Have you made any changes? Are you thinking about doing any changes? Who are you happy with? Who are you not happy with?
Yeah, I know I made like a big risk with Ward-Prowse as captain, but I didn't have Son or Watkins, and I didn't want to captain either.
Well, you would have got the same points.
What do you mean?
Oh, sorry, with Son anyway, not with Watkins, of course.
Yeah. So I just want to take a chance because it's going to be very default, either Salah or Haaland the next game week. So yeah, it was just basically that, just have some fun. And but I already made 2 transfers. I had 2 free transfers, so I was planning to take out Fernandes, but I really didn't like Diaby getting subbed at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I think he will start the next game, it's like, you know, for like a long period, Emery have like subbed off early Zaniolo, even he starts the game. So I think I'm worried this is going to be a lot of minute risk for Diaby as well going forward. So I ended up subbing Diaby out, and I did sub or transfer out, and so I did transfer Udogie out for Zinchenko and Mbeumo.
Oh, I like those moves. Zinchenko and Mbeumo in for Diaby and Udogie. Yeah. And so you're keeping hold of Bruno Fernandes. I love Man United through and through, but I won't have any Man United players in my FPL team. Why have you decided to not only have Bruno Fernandes? I assume you've had him for quite some time. why do you continue to have him in your team? What do you see in him and Man United that makes you feel like it's worth the money that you've spent for him?
I mean, it's actually worse. I actually brought him in for the good run for that United had. I just thought maybe in my head that maybe that will be the turnaround. And then it was always the plan to either transfer him out the last game week or this game after this game week. But then, the Diaby thing happened. So,
you can hold on to him for a little bit longer then, instead of taking a point hit.
Yeah, so I could, like you say, also maybe take a hit, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. So
we've got a tough game next coming up.
Yeah, we do. But
in fact, we've got a series of tough games, and against Newcastle away. I mean, would it surprise me if Bruno pulls something out of the hat? I mean, no, but I don't think it's likely. I don't know. I don't want to put you into a -4 territory, but. I mean, how much is Bruno Fernandes worth now?
I think it's 8.3, and
Has he dropped down that much?
Yeah, that's why I did also.
Oh my god!
Do the transfer early because I was just able to fund moves.
8.3, God. Because obviously people prefer to go on with Son with 9. Oh, but Son's a lot more, of course. But Bruno started off at. Didn't Bruno start off at 9? No, 9.5.
8.5.
8.5.
Was he really 8.5 to start the season?
Yes.
Oh wow, I thought it was 9. Okay. Yeah, I think you're on the right lines with the moves you've done. I like the Zinchenko, and I like, I think that essentially Mbeumo is a great shout, like we talked about earlier on the stream. Bruno Fernandes could pop up and do something without taking a -4 to take Bruno Fernandes in. It's written that it's going to backfire, isn't it? It's one of those things that you don't want to necessarily do. So maybe hold on to him for that game and hope he does something, and then maybe revisit your options, because games are coming thick and fast, aren't they? From next week onwards, there's going to be a lot of games. So, Steve, what's your thoughts on him with Bruno Fernandes and just having done those 2 free transfers, Zinchenko in for Udogie and Mbeumo in for Diaby?
Zinchenko's a great move. I mean, I look at your team, there are problems in, aren't there? Ward-Prowse, Diaby, as you just mentioned.
Darwin,
Fernandes, that's 3.
I'm not convinced with Darwin.
Even though, no, I think Darwin's a brilliant pick. The problem is he's just so inconsistent.
He's a bit wasteful.
Yeah, but that's the point. He's just too inconsistent. Yeah, he's an absolute fantastic striker, but they have got Fulham, Sheffield United and Crystal Palace and Man United in the next 4. They're going to have a lot of fun over these next few fixtures. And if Darwin plays,
could be a great run of fixtures for Darwin to get a few goals. Is great. I suppose he could be a great differential for you, for the people that have gone for Ollie Watkins, and Alvarez as being other popular alternatives. But yeah, I think you're onto the right. I mean, FPL players that come from around your neck of the woods, it's almost like they're ingrained to play FPL well. They seem to be very good at it. So I think the moves you've done are very sensible, and you're fine. I mean, not much more to be said, to be fair, Odin.
Yeah, no, it's like Steve-O said, it's like there's something missing in the midfield, but it's like I have to do a lot of thinking to make space, for example, for Saka, but it's always just...
He's not essential though, Saka.
No, yeah, exactly. He's just ticking along, or what is called. Yeah.
The problem you've got is that you've got Ward-Prowse, who's playing in the deeper role for West Ham, and he's just doing absolutely nothing. I mean, yeah, he may be a very good player, but from an FPL perspective, he's useless. Diaby, you've already got rid of. Fernandes, again, Man United are useless.
Chat Sports, right? It was Chat Sports. The reason I thought that it's Rashford that was 9 million, not Fernandes. Fernandes was 8.5. Yeah, that's right. Sorry. So I thought them the other way around. But sorry, Steve-O, carry on.
Well, no, I was just making the point that these players that you're kind of considering. I mean, the only team. I mean, ironically, I've just mentioned Arsenal, but I'd only be looking at them from a defensive point of view. Yeah. That's just my
Which
my
he's got a good pick in Saliba already.
Sorry?
He's got a good pick in Saliba
Yeah,
already
and
in his
Zinchenko,
team. Yeah, and Zinchenko coming in.
which is just insane.
Yeah.
So I think that for the next 2 fixtures, I think they should be keeping clean sheets. They always seem to be susceptible to conceding sloppy chances, Arsenal. They seem to just switch off when they shouldn't be. They've got a very, very good defence, but they should be keeping 2 clean sheets in the next 2 fixtures. Brentford, from an attacking perspective, their next 4 they're just ridiculous. I can see Brentford scoring a few goals in the next 4 fixtures against teams that, here's the irony, apart from Luton, the other 3, Brighton, Sheffield United and Aston Villa, concede lots of goals. Who's the other team that I like the look of as well? It is Wolves, just for the Burnley and Nottingham Forest fixtures. I think they've got a couple of good there. So really, you're on to a winner there. Oh, and of course Liverpool as well. You've already got the Liverpool coverage. Man City, you've already got there.
Yeah, good job having Alexander-Arnold's points there. Nice one.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Having Alexander-Arnold as a massive differential.
Yeah.
Especially for the next 3 as well. It's looking really, really good for him. And, with these upcoming fixtures, where, as Jason said, it is legitimately coming thick and fast. We've got you got to factor in Champions League football as well.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to wait a little bit with Gordon, because he's gonna have a away game in PSG. So against
with Newcastle are a problem because they seem to be one of these teams which are now. I mean, I could be completely wrong, and I probably am wrong. They seem to be just containing teams, and if they can hit somebody on the break, they will do, and they will dismantle them like they did with Chelsea. Again, I have no idea how the game went. This is just an opinion based on absolutely nothing. But they seem to be a team where they're managing their squad. But it's no coincidence that a lot of Newcastle's fixtures over the last 6, I say all that, I mean, 3-0, 1-0, 2-0, 2-0, 4-1. I mean, the game against Bournemouth, I mean, I watched a bit of it. They've just had an off day, but they just played Borussia Dortmund, and Newcastle, like Brighton, they're taking the Champions League really, really seriously. And you're going to get from Newcastle games which are going to be like these random losses, like against Newcastle, or a draw, like high scoring 2-2 against Wolves. The thing with Newcastle is that they got a really good defense. Because they're so tired, they clearly switching off, but they've also got a really good attack, so they can score goals. And then you'll also get just some random games like them beating Man United in the EFL Cup 3-0. They've also got that game like 4-0 against Crystal Palace. There's a 2-2 against West Ham. Newcastle, like I said, from an attacking perspective, they are absolutely brilliant. And defensively, it's just pure luck if you get a clean sheet or anything. And without going over, I'm still very pissed off that Sterling gets a free kick goal because it's just frustrating. But they should be getting a clean sheet against Man United. I mean, that game's got 0-0 or 1-0 either way written all over it. Everton against Newcastle, that's got 2-1 to Newcastle. Tottenham at home to Newcastle, that's got goals, like a 3-1, 3-2. And then it's Newcastle versus AC Milan, which they're taking very seriously. And then Newcastle against Fulham again, that's got 1-0, 0-0 written all over it. Just shite. So, I wouldn't be desperately need. If you got Newcastle, keep. If you haven't got any, you don't need to panic.
Cool. Right. Odin, I hope that helps. You've made your moves already, so it's good to just probably get people to give you kind of a bit of feedback on them. It's good moves, man. And where are you doing at the moment, FPL? Where are you ranked?
I think I dropped down to 46k now.
Wow,
46k.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, you're definitely in a lot of trouble then, aren't you? God. Definitely need to be coming on Sunday surgery. Yeah, no, that's really very good, man. Very, very, very good. How many seasons have you been playing FPL?
I think like 3 or 4 seasons. Yeah.
Something like okay. That. What's the highest you finished?
I think I have like one 70k or something. So not like super high. Yeah.
Nice.
Incredible.
Right, Odin, thank you so much for coming on, man. Speak to you again soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
Let us know how your Zinchenko and Gabriel, Zinchenko and Saliba double up goes for you the weekend.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
I think it's like better pick than Gabriel if you can afford him, because Gabriel will play the difficult fixtures and Zinchenko will be maybe bench when you don't want to play him. So
Odin, a lot of good points tonight. Thank you so much, man.
yes, thank you for having me.
In answer to Animation's point, Luton a crap away from home. They're not. They lose 1-0 to Man United. Okay, they lose 3-1 to Aston Villa, but everybody loses to Aston Villa. They drew with Nottingham Forest 2-2. They beat Everton 2-1. They lost only 1-0 to Fulham. And okay, at the start of the season, they lose to Brighton and Chelsea, which is expected. But surprise, surprise, they've gone back to the normal, which is, as I stated a billion times, Luton are not a team which are getting battered. Those teams are called Burnley and Sheffield United. They're the two teams to target.
Whipping boys.
They're the whipping boys. End of discussion.
Well, I've got a load of messages to do some work tonight, Steve. So I'm going to have an evening of video production. So isn't that amazing? Up until, God knows, 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, probably again now. So that's my night sorted. So I'm going to need to go and have a cup of tea and get my mind rested for it. But I want to say thanks to everyone that's tuned in and being a part of the show. I want to thank all the callers that have come in, all the people in the chat, the people who have hit the like button. There's 77 people watching right as we speak now, which has been amazing viewership throughout the whole for the whole stream. We've had some really great numbers, so thank you again for all the support. Hit the like button, guys. If you are just jumping in, just hit the like button, support the stream, rewind back. Some great talking points today, and some very average scores by many. Some people have done better than others, of course. We move on. We roll with it. You got to take your time. Yeah, absolutely. Right, Steve, any final thoughts, or are we going to get out of here?
I'd just make sure that you're hitting the subscribe button if you're enjoying the content that we put out there, and make sure you're commenting on the replay. End of discussion.
Yeah, nice comments, please. None of these negative Nancy's.
No, you can write whatever you want, but we will go at you if you don't like what we do. If it's not, like I said, if it's not constructive criticism, we will go at you.
Coming at you.
Because we're not scared of the trolls. Because trolls are bullies, and what do bullies need? Having to bullies, you stand up to bullies, and that's what we're going to do.
We knock them down a peg or two, Steve-O. That's what we do around here.
We do indeed, yes.
Right, let's get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Take it easy.